Most people are concerned with the quality of today's tap water and choose to drink bottled water as an alternative. Nearly everyone that drinks bottled water does so because they perceive it to taste better and to be a healthier substitute over tap water. Bottled water is a good product when it's first bottled, but there are many inconveniences that are often overlooked. Bottled water must be delivered to your home or office. The water is shipped hundreds or even thousands of miles before it reaches its final destination. This can cause problems with the purity of the water. Since the disinfectant is removed at the factory, algae and other bacteria can grow inside the bottles, affecting the overall water quality. Getting the bottles into your office can be a hassle as well. Many times the delivery driver will track mud and dirt all over your hallways, creating a mess. And what about storage? Most companies use a closet or even use an entire room to store the bottles of water. In the majority of offices, the bottles are stored nowhere near the actual cooler. Getting a drink of water should be effortless. But how many times have you gone to get a drink only to notice that the bottle is empty? People actually avoid changing the bottle because of how difficult it is to get the awkward bottle onto the cooler. Sure, taking the empty bottle off the cooler is easy enough, but have you ever taken a good look at your water cooler's reservoir? It's a bacteria breeding ground. Every time an empty bottle is removed from the cooler, the reservoir is exposed to all the airborne germs and bacteria in the surrounding environment. These germs and bacteria settle and breed in your cooler's reservoir. Getting a bottle onto the cooler can also be very challenging. Have you ever tried to lift a full bottle of water? Each bottle weighs approximately 50 pounds, which makes it hard for most people to lift and even harder to get onto the cooler without spilling any water and making a mess. So where does the bottled water come from? Bottled water begins as rain and snow falling on the pristine peaks of the Swiss Alps. It is then slowly filtered through a vast aquifer deep within the mountain before it is collected and bottled. Right. Or so the bottled water companies would like you to believe. According to recent government findings, about 2/3 of all bottled water is merely purified tap water. So why is bottled water so expensive? Most companies are spending hundreds of dollars a month for the inconvenience of having bottled water in their office. If you take a close look at your water bill, you will notice that you are not only paying for the 5-gallon bottles of water, but there is also a cooler rental fee, bottle deposits, and in most cases, a service fee. You also have the added inconvenience of counting how many bottles were delivered and returned. Water is supposed to help you with your job, not become a job of its own. The cooler is attached to water that is already inside your building. This allows the water to be purified one glass at a time, ensuring the highest quality water available. Municipal water is very good in quality, but as it travels to you, it's exposed to various contaminants and impurities. To keep the water pure, chlorine and other disinfectants are added. Once the water reaches us, these chemicals have done their job, but we certainly don't need to be drinking them. PurePoint's filters are specifically designed to remove these impurities from your drinking water. The first stage of the purification process is the sediment filter that removes dirt, iron, and rust from the water. As the water flows through the multi-layer polypropylene core, debris is trapped in the small openings, allowing clean water to flow through. In the second stage, the water flows through a carbon block filter that removes chlorine, cysts, and other organic contaminants. The carbon acts like a chemical magnet. As water flows through the filter, impurities are attracted to the carbon surface, permitting only pure chemical-free water to pass through. The purified water is then sealed inside the reservoir until it is ready to be dispensed. Because the system is completely sealed, outside impurities are kept out of your drinking water. With an unlimited amount of water, you can enjoy glass after glass after glass of pure, delicious water. You can even use your cooler to make coffee every day, because with PurePoint, the price stays the same regardless of how much water you use. PurePoint can cut your monthly water bill in half, with savings as high as 80% versus traditional bottled water.